With this video, we will be doing Tom MacDonald, Adam Calhoun. The name of the song is Race War. And if you want to help this channel and the content I'll be making, please help support our merchandise. The link in the description. And if you didn't hit that like button, make sure you hit the like button. Trying to get the channel to grow. And the only way we're going to do this if you like, share, and comment on the content. So without further ado, let's get into Tom MacDonald, Adam Calhoun, Race Wars. Let's go! Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hating on the Caucasians, teaching white kids that their shade's the same as school shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be white, but I'm fine with it, because I'm not allowed to have pride in it, because the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gonna trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me when I'm...
It's like they stereotyping me. That's what they doing. They got nothing to do with us. That's them rich people. We was never in a clique. We was never part of the clique. And I don't like the fact that we getting tied up into what they doing, because we are two separate groups completely.
Two separate entities. It's like it's crazy because he's speaking about he just started speaking about the white experience from his perspective that I'll never understand unless he says it.
Right.
But it immediately made me think of my experience in the black perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's pretty interesting that immediately most people would say, oh, are you victimizing yourself? No, but I'm actually listening to somebody with an open mind.
Right. So you got an open mind.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting.
Right.
White privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be white, but I'm fine with it, because I'm not allowed to have pride in it, because the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gonna trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover.
I like where you're going with this, and it's like the stuff that you notice when when you're younger, you don't really see color. Because when you're younger, your friends is everybody. Everybody that's outside, you're friends with them. But it seems like when you get to middle school, high school, it comes division. Even the friends that you hung out when you was like younger, middle school, high school, college, you don't hang out with them no more. Kind of like becomes a division, and people go their separate ways. So I like how he's touching on that, because I didn't really notice that until like recently when I started thinking it back. I was like, it's just
people
so
don't
slowly
really interact anymore. It's kind of like, to take an example from what you're saying, like in college, like in high school, you're kind of everybody. You know, in college, you have majors. You're around people who are like-minded. You know what I'm saying? And then you go into your progressive world, and you're around. If it doesn't involve monetary compensation, who cares? You know what I'm saying? You get caught in the machine.
Right, pretty much.
I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover. Call me culture vulture because I rap good. I don't pop Zans and smoke backwoods, but they call me a wigger and label me Hitler and
He said, call me a culture vulture because they rap good, because a lot of people feel like only people that should be rapping is our culture, which I don't feel like if you got talent, you got talent. There's really no culture vulture. If you good, you good. He's actually rapping good on his songs, actually different. Now that I think about what we've really been hearing him from, he slowed it down. Normally he got more of a more bass in his voice, but he's bringing it down, and the beat is tough. Almost kind of a popish lane, but it's not pop. But the beat give you that type of feel. And
even when you listen to this last segment of this verse that he was just finishing up, he flips it, because at the beginning he's talking about his experience, but then he's talking about the experience of just growing up in this country. We all experience it, and they do. They set you out to everybody should love. It's one big love. It's one big happy. It's not like that.
Right. It's definitely not like that. And I think like that's kind of why he's making them songs. Just to start the conversation off.
Should be.
Why is it not like that?
Right. It should be.
Right.
For cover, the government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover. Call me culture vulture because I rap good. I don't pop Zans and smoke backwoods, but they call me a wigger and label me Hitler and hate like I'm wearing a Klan hood. It ain't left or right or black or white, it's good and evil. Elite folks ain't normal people. United we stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were segregated.
And I like that. Because it's like in any culture, any race, it's all the same. You got good people, you got bad people. And that's why I just treat people in the merit of how they treat me or how I interacted with them and their energy. If they was cool with me when I was around them, I'm cool with them. But if I don't like your energy and I'm not liking how you getting down, I'm basing it on your energy and your vibe more than your race.
Right. And that's the major thing that most people don't do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I move pretty much the same way. Like, right. And I make sure to try to not have to interact with people who affect my energy, because no one ever should.
Right.
So that means I care too much.
Right. I got you.
Hands are smoke backwards, but they call me a wigger and label me Hitler and hate like I'm wearing a Klan hood. It ain't left or right or black or white, it's good and evil. Elite folks hate normal people. United we stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were segregated, that was not fair. You were enslaved, they did not care. But you were never on a plantation, and my generation was not there. That's trauma in your DNA, causing what we see today. I pray to God you staying strong, don't want to see no man in pain.
And I was just, I like what he did there, because he was like, we wasn't there, but through the process or the advancements of science, we know stuff get passed down through your DNA. You feel what I'm saying? So even if you was there or not there, you still had that trauma in your DNA. The stuff that happened then was passed down to generation and generation, is still locked into your DNA. So that's what we were talking about. You really don't hear people talking about it. It was like, oh, you wasn't there. Why do you care? Because the trauma is passed along through the DNA.
You can sit in, we call it a chipperoo position. It's like a squat position where you just pretty much squatting like if you're picking cotton. That's why you can do it. I can do it. Anyone of African American descent, and we can do it for extended periods of time, like 2, 3, 5 hours. He couldn't do that.
Oh, you just told me something.
I don't even have to ask you. He couldn't do that.
Oh, you just told me something.
Because it's like
passed down through the DNA.
Facts. White folks, I'm embarrassed. Some of y'all are such Karens. That prejudice you inherited was racism from your parents. Get that poison out your veins. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves. Just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
And it's like, I like how you touched on this, because it's like as people's waking up, they're saying it's not a race war anymore. It's a class war. It's called haves and have-nots.
That's it.
There's no more race in it. It's just have. Do you have, or are you in the have-nots?
Yeah, that's it.
That's all it comes down to. You feel what I'm saying? That's now not even a really issue no more. You feel what I'm saying? Because we always realize it. We're all out here struggling to make it. There's no difference. We're all out here struggling.
Right. It's the struggle for humanity.
That's it.
If you born black, you lose. Might as well go get that. You gon' die before you 25. Get shot over your shoes. You gon' get killed by police even when you follow the rules. If you listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. I ain't feel no.
And I like what Adam's doing right here, and he's just touching on a lot of stuff, how the news is being used for propaganda, to just show one group in a certain light. And to be honest, that's the first thing that woke me up when I just started to notice we was being used for like propaganda, or they were just showing us on the news, this, that, and the third. So that's what people was thinking. And then when you in the community, you notice that's not true. And then you start thinking about history, like we never invaded anyone, we never did anything, nothing crazy to anyone. Stuff was always
no robbing, no pillaging, none of that.
Stuff was only done to us. So why are we looked at then this way? Like we did stuff. And we're looked at this, but the people that actually did stuff, drop bombs, they're not looked at like that. So it made me look into it deeper. Then when I started looking into it deeper, that's when I really started to find out stuff and find out why it's like that, which is crazy that they touching on it. And people gonna, just from songs like this, Adam fans, they're gonna start just researching and looking into some of the stuff that he says, which is good, because at the end of the day, it's just about starting a conversation. It's have you look at it through a different lens of why is it like that. And then if you research why is it like that, then a lot of stuff start making sense to you.
And to find an unbiased, absolute truth.
Right.
White guilt, they'll ride for me when I'm killed. I guess white life all that is sad, but that's the way that I feel. I feel like they feel like I don't know what they all call me. Cis white male, bigot, racist, he's a Nazi. That's not me. I'm not one of these white liberal commies who think black America needs allies in their army. Your neighborhood's all gated, claim you pro-black, but you faking. Guys are dying on the pavement. All your hashtags won't save them. That ain't
said, man, your hashtag, it's not gonna save anybody. It's not gonna change anything. You saying you pro this, but you living in a private gate with security, and it's not with the other side has on their side or what they even have at their disposal. So it's just a big difference, and I like the fact that he's touching on it. I don't even think I've ever heard of a song like this before. This is like crazy, and I don't know where it's completely going yet. But I like where it's gone so far in the 2 minutes and 12 seconds that we have been listening to it.
Yeah, because what I'm liking about it is it seems like canvas that's steadily creating a picture, but it's with all the colors in the box.
Yeah, good way of putting it.
Still, I know white people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like they the ones who losing their life, when the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is
what did he say right there? But it's basically going back to what I was just saying earlier in the video, that people just noticing we're all struggling. Black, white, Spanish, whatever, we're all struggling. We're all going through the same thing. Just trying to make ends meet. And right now it seems like everyone's having a struggle, just making ends meet. So it's like, why would I be making a big deal about this race thing when I'm really barely to eat? I'm barely eating. I'm barely making it.
I'm doing survival.
And we were just watching the videos of how everyone's just complaining like they're making more money than they ever made, but they're still struggling.
More than they ever have.
And it's going on all over. And we were just talking about it yesterday. We did the Shakira video, and it was talking about the same thing about working and barely making it. And we were just talking about how now the whole world is now talking about this, how everyone's tired of working and barely making it.
Right. It's bad. You can't even say it's getting bad. It's bad.
It's bad. And it's only going to get worse. And that's the scary part.
they lifestyle. I know white people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like they the ones who losing their life, when the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is a system they position for division. If you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. Take some money, race religion, sprinkle it some.
He said if you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. And it's, I mean, let's just keep it real. Like, stuff is just not lined up in our favor. Not to being victim, but we just see the same thing over and over. And it's kind of like the system. They're like, I want you to do something different. I mean, it's kind of hard to do something different when most of in our community is being raised by one parent. And then that one parent has two jobs. So that one parent's not even home with the kids because she got to provide for the whole household. And the kids is being raised by the streets. And unfortunately, a lot of people in this world don't have your best interests at heart. And it's a lot of stuff that the community is running into because they have it set up so the household can only be ran by one parent instead of two.
Yeah, it's a tough fight.
Yeah.
When the best option is not the option at hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put people in a position where math is all that matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you can't reach the sum that's necessary, then
you're gonna do something to try to get to the rest of that you need.
It leads to division.
Yeah, makes
Ammunition that make everyone believe that the other team is the villain. I ain't pro-black, I ain't pro-white, I'm pro-American. Every color turns to bones one day when you bury them. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our grave. Just let me try to explain.
I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for 'cause our lives matter more.
I don't know how it is on other communities, but I don't be hearing our community ever talk about a race war.
Right.
I never heard it a day in my life.
I hear our community talk about survival.
Yeah.
I hear our community talk about how to not move when you get pulled over by the police.
Right.
How to keep your hands on 10 and 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How to not grab for stuff even when he tells you to grab for stuff until you ask him for the flashlight and make it an alert.
Right.
That you're paying attention. But I ain't never heard us talking about, we're going to get these. Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Because it's like, in America, you can figure out how to get money no matter what color you are. You feel what I'm saying? It's like Chris Rock said, you just got to get it legally. You feel what I'm saying? You can make a lot of money in America.
Right.
You just got to do it legally. If you're doing it illegal, they're coming for you. And I think a lot of people just feel like that. It is a lot of opportunities in America. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to figure it out. But you can't do it the way they telling you to do it. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to figure out what's good for you and how you want to get it. And once you get money, you're not really worrying about all the extra stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Like the war in the African American community isn't a race war. It's a war against time.
What you mean by that?
Like, that's it. Exactly that. The war against time. Because it's always something that's cutting our time short. Whether it's violence, whether it's random acts of violence, whether it's diabetes. The sugar is killing us, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they know what's killing us, and they putting that readily accessible in the hood for the people who can't make it to the store. So that's what they're eating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's design. It ain't rocket science.
So yeah, I would say that's what basically saying. What I'm saying is we fighting wars, and we're thinking about, or we're talking about wars that's being fought against us. But we're not thinking about a race war. It's like don't even cross your mind.
Right. We got more important wars to fight.
We're trying to survive to make it to tomorrow. Who got time to worry about a race war when you trying to you warn and keep your lights on?
Yeah, we already at battle. You know what I'm saying? We already at battle.
In a race war, dying in the streets should be us against them, but it's you against me. Ain't nobody gonna win. Everybody gonna see that the color of your skin don't change the color that you bleed.
I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
He said, yeah, the government's paid for it, B.
Yeah. I don't know if you're paying attention, but
they paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Bought and sold. So I just like the fact that he's bringing it up, and that he had to actually enough Calhoun has actually put this in the song, because this is another one of them songs that the people that he's talking about, they definitely not gonna like the fact that this song is out.
Yeah,
it's another one of those.
She's very deliberate.
Yes, it's another one of those. The Brave 2 out 9. It's iTunes and Amazon. It's TRE-TV. Let's get it.
This is Lamar Wilson here, representing Ghetto Action News Network _ all lowercases.
No spaces.
And you can find us on Facebook, and when you do, make sure you hit the like button. Like, for real, hit the like button. All right, I'm going to get right into this. We had Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun, and this song is called Race War. I thought it was a dope song. It sparks a great conversation if you open mind and you actually listen and give it a chance. I just think they thought this one out. It's cool hearing their perspective. I don't hear it often. And it was interesting to hear from another person how they feel about their life experience. If I had to rate the song, musically and with the message involved and everything, I would give this one an 8.5. What do you think?
I think it was a dope song coming off the Brave album, too. Something you could expect from Tom, just trying to spark a conversation. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow a conversation will be sparked behind the song. I'm pretty sure on the internet there's a lot of buzz and chatter going on right now about the song. I thought Tom did a good job. I thought Adam did a good job. Talking from both perspectives and both communities. They could speak a little bit more about their community because they're going to know more than us, and we could speak a little bit more about our community because we're going to know more than them. And I thought that was tough how they just took everything and banded it together. But if I had to rate the musically, the message, the hook, the beat, and everything with the verses, me personally, just like yourself, I gave it an 8.5. And if you want to help the channel and the content that we're making, please help us put our merchandise, the link in the description. It's your boy TRE-TV, and I'm out.